Hello friends, it's Maureen from Happy and Free Food. So today you are seeing me on my first video at showing you some of the food that I like to eat. Normally doing yoga, but today we're going to talk about a recipe. And so some of you know my journey and that I've really evolved body-wise. Today is my 54th birthday. I jumped on the scale and took my weight, put it in, and calculated my BMI being somewhere between 21 and 22, and I was like, wow, this is actually a normal BMI, which I never thought I would ever achieve. I had gone through my 20s, my 30s, and my 40s struggling with weight loss, and somewhere in that later end of my 40s finally figured out that I could make changes in my diet that were sustainable. And so one of my main things that I do is these Nourish bowls or chopped salads, and that's what I want to share with you today. Okay, now we're going to start on making our actual salad. And so I'm going to share with you about our veggie box, okay? So these boxes I make at the beginning of the week and stock up 7 of them, 1 for each day, and they are made with multiple layers of vegetables. And when it's on the day that I'm going to use it, I'm going to use my chopping bowl and drop all the vegetables into the bowl for chopping. Now, what kind of things are in here? And how do I put these boxes together? Well, typically, and you can see there's some moisture in this box, and that's because I rinse the vegetables as I pack them in here. So I go to Whole Foods and go through their organic produce section. I grab 10 bags and I pick 10 of my favorite ingredients that I'm going to put in my veggie box, at least 10. Sometimes it ends up being more because I get enthused about what I'm finding in the store. So for example, the dino kale. So I buy a bunch of that. I now have my 7 boxes laid out. I rinse these and dry them just kind of by shaking them off and then lay them in the bottom of the box. Then the next is the purple kale. And then I lay in the curly kale. And then I maybe break off pieces of cauliflower and add it to the box. Or a slab of the purple cabbage is going to go in there. Or I'm going to put in some bunch of cilantro, or maybe some red onion, or whatever is suiting my fancy jicama. These are some of the ingredients I have today. Now we're going to move into our chopped salad. Okay, so this is kind of the base of our salad, and I am ready to show you how to chop a salad. I am gathering my vegetables in my salad boxes. So here are all the salad boxes, empty and ready to be made for the week. We've got collards, cavallo nero, I believe that's called, or dino kale, curly purple kale or red kale, purple cabbage, carrots, turnips, rutabagas, sweet onions, rhubarb, some snap peas, broccoli, microgreens, some cilantro, some hot cherry peppers, shallots. Let's put it all into a lovely salad box. Here is my prep area where I wash and then drain, and as necessary mandolin or chop things or peel things in preparation for the salad boxes. My friend Chef Santana is the one who gave me the idea about the mandolin, so even your root vegetables like carrots and turnips and rutabaga can be mandolined very thin, and they become lovely in the salad box. They are almost like radishes and other root vegetables. And here they all are in the refrigerator, ready for the week. Okay, now I'm getting ready here in my Holland Mills wooden bowl, putting all my vegetables in there and using a mezzaluna to chop. Okay, that's beginning to look pretty much the size that I like to eat it. Some people like to chop it down further, and some people like it a little more chunky. So you decide what size vegetable you want. Once you've got it to that size, it's time to mix the dressing with it and then add in all your extra wonderful ingredients. I'm going to transfer this salad now to my bowl where I add my dressing. Okay, so I'm wanting to flavor all of these greens. So I think of this sometimes as when you're doing a Nourish bowl as kind of the base. Like you might think your rice is the base of your curry. These chopped vegetables are pretty neutral in their flavor, and so they're the base of my Nourish bowl. We'll start by adding our dressing. Okay, so let me introduce you to, first we're going to do a dressing, and we're going to use these ingredients. This is kind of like Brianna's poppy seed dressing, although I'm not using poppy seed. I'm going to actually be using chia seed, okay? And chia seed has a similar characteristic as far as appearance to poppy seed, but you're going to get your omega-3 fatty acids. So that's one of the ingredients. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our poppy seed dressing, okay? So I'm going to use a high-speed blender and putting all of those ingredients into it. And then we will make our poppy seed dressing, okay? It will include 1 can of garbanzo beans with all the liquid. It will include 12 medjool dates. Make sure to take out the pits. It will include 3 tablespoons of onion powder. This is gonna give you a great flavor in there, a nice umami flavor. It's going to include 1.5 cups of white vinegar and 1.5 cups of pears and their juice. That helps with the sweetness, so you don't have to use sugar. And then after you've blended it all together, you add in your chia seed for the poppy seed appearance. Okay, let's get started with the blending. Okay, now we'll take our dressing and we're going to pour it into a little bottle to help you put it away in the refrigerator. Okay, I'm going to pour a bit of dressing on this. And we can be generous with the dressing because it doesn't really have any fats in this dressing. A sprinkle of turmeric. That helps with inflammation, taking it out. And then adding black pepper, because black pepper actually helps the uptake of turmeric into the body. Then more for flavor is our nutritional yeast. We are going to be adding our avocado. So scoop out some avocado into it, and then we'll toss. Okay, so we're putting our salad here into this bowl that we're going to be eating from. And now we're going to add some of those tasty ingredients to it, like a handful of Japanese sweet potatoes, where I have taken a sweet potato, chopped it up into crouton size, and put it in the air fryer or baked it at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. And it turns into these nice little crispy, sweet croutons. Normal croutons have bread made out of flour and oil and salt in them. These have none of that, just whole, wonderful croutons made of sweet potatoes. Okay, and now we'll add a couple more ingredients to enhance this dish. I'm going to add some watermelon, very juicy and sweet. And some blueberries. And there you have your Nourish bowl with all of those wonderful ingredients in it. Enjoy. Let's give it a taste. It's hard to get everything on one fork because there's so many different ingredients in it. Very nice. You'll be enjoying all the different flavors, mouthful after mouthful, as you mix the blueberries, the watermelon, the greens, the dressing, the sweet potatoes together. Delicious. So here you're seeing one example of the Nourish bowl that we just made with blueberries, watermelon, and the greens, and the onion dressing on it. Another example of a Nourish bowl is this more Greek-inspired one, with the chopped greens, the JSP croutons, the falafel balls, and a tzatziki soy yogurt dressing. And some black beans are in there as well. The last one I'm showing you is a more taco or Mexican, Tex-Mex inspired one, where the greens are the base, and then some nice black beans, some quinoa chorizo, some pineapple salsa from Trader Joe's, avocado, and a nice cashew sour cream. I also usually like to add in a corn tortilla chips on this, which I make by buying the organic corn tortilla chips, slicing them into 8 pieces, and then air frying them at 350 degrees for 12 minutes. Enjoy!